my guy that I was to look for, Gabriel Jesus has just fallen off the cliff. He has fallen off the body language, the decision making on the pitch. Now he's not available. Now last season we know he struggled. We didn't beginning of the season he struggled so much. Now he's available, but when you see him on the pitch, there's nothing enthusiastic about Jesus anymore. He's misplacing the passes. He's over dribbling. He's not playing with the team. He's trying to be overly impressed. What has gone wrong with Jesus? What has gone wrong with Jesus? He's like, Jesus is just 27, 28. He's still in his prime. But it looks like he's 30. Welcome to represent this lovely Wednesday morning. How we doing? Before we get into the nitty-gritty of this content, do me that kind favor, strike the like button. Have you done that? Subscribe if you are new here, and make sure you turn on your notification bell. One more time, like the video, subscribe, and make sure you turn on your notification bell. Now, I'm sure a lot of you have seen this mixed reaction, mixed bag. Why is he revealing Arteta's antics? A lot of us are familiar with Arteta's antics. Like, it is not something that is overly clandestine. We already know this, right? Unless you're living under a rock. Now, you can see it on the screen. Zinchenko review in his book, Believe, Vibe the Athletic. I've seen Mikel Arteta tell injured players to come on the team bus and walk into the dressing room with their watch bag to put other managers of the scent. Arteta loves to play games with opposition. Most managers do this. It's part and parcel of the game. It's not something groundbreaking that a lot of us are shocked. But I understand what the argument that why is Vinny revealing it. On the other side, I understand your kind of indiscretion about Zinchenko revealing, especially when a lot of us are like, Zane, you're not even doing so much on the pitch. You are often injured. Your form has not been great. Some of you people are even arguing that the project has actually evolved past Zinchenko, which I say, but Zinchenko, while he's still here, is a useful member of the squad. I agree that he's not the best defender, but can he do a job in certain games? See, there is no how you're going to have elite members across the squad. There is no squad on earth in football, in other games, that have elite members across the board. It does not happen. So sometimes some of you like to overly criticize players. I'm not saying Zinchenko is the best player, but in my personal opinion, some of the criticism level against Zinchenko is over the top. He is not as horrible in defending as most of you will make it seem. Mo Salah will go past a lot of players. We know that. Even the best of defenders struggle against Mo Salah. So I understand that, yeah, defensively is not the best, but he's not as horrible. A lot of you are projected. And once he comes out with this kind of statement, especially the context that through his book, right? Through his book, Athletic got this via his book. So I think we show a bit of magnanimity, a bit of grace. While he's still here. We have to support our player. I understand it won't be my starting level if everybody's fit. But if I'm playing, with all due respect, someone like Ipswich, Zinchenko should be starting. He can play certain games. So, guys, let's take it easy. It's easy to forget that these guys were part of the entire project that excited us. Him and Jesus, right? When they came into the club, a lot of us were excited. I understand they might have fallen off, but come on, let's take it easy with them. Now, is it time up for Jesus and Zinchenko? I want to know in the comment section, because for me, even Zinchenko, I still say him providing a little bit of value, but my guy that I was to look for, Gabriel Jesus has just fallen off the cliff. He has fallen off the body language, the decision making on the pitch. Now he's not available. Now last season we know he struggled. We didn't beginning of the season he struggled so much. Now he's available, but when you see him on the pitch, there's nothing enthusiastic about Jesus anymore. He's misplacing the passes. He's over dribbling. He's not playing with the team. He's trying to be overly impressed. What has gone wrong with Jesus? What has gone wrong with Jesus? Jesus is just 27, 28. He's still in his prime. But it looks like he's in his 39, 40. We know Jesus was not rapid, but it looks 2 years slower. His touches are heavier. The dribbling that excited us is no more than the facilitation that was there. We know Jesus was never a prolific striker, but he will score a fair share of goals. he will facilitate for others, he will assist for others. Those attributes that compensated for his lack of being clinical in front of goals are beginning to evaporate quickly. You see, it was easy to argue the other time that Jesus is not always fit, injuries. Now the injuries seem to have gone. Now, have those injuries have a lasting impact on Jesus' ability moving forward? Because we're thinking he will be there to supplement and complement Kai Havertz. But this season thus far, aside from the goal he scored in the Carabao Cup, he hasn't done much. Even though when he comes in, you can see him is sulking visually. Why are you sulking? You have to earn your spot. Nobody's going to install you into the starting 11 without the performances needed or merit to get that spot. You are not better than Kai Havertz at the moment. At the moment, Kai is a better striker, is a better player than Jesus at the moment. So sulking that you're not starting does not change the narrative. It looks like it's time off for both Jesus and Zinchenko in context. Now, there is no way Arsenal is going to sell them in January. See, if you are pushing that agenda, stop it. It's not going to work. Arsenal are not going to get rid of Zinchenko and Jesus unless there is an astronomical bid from that we cannot turn down. That an offer too good to be true that we cannot turn down. Aside from that, I don't see them leaving till the summer. They are still useful members of the squad at the moment, but are they producing the good? Are they adding anything of value to the team at the moment? Especially Jesus. So Jesus are just falling off totally. He's a shadow of himself, and he's just 27, 28, and he has fallen. I understand, right? He started his career pretty young as a teenager, but to just fall off like this, I understand the injuries must have taken some toll on him, especially the knee injury he had during the World Cup last time. Looks like that injury, he never properly recuperated from that injury. Because even at Man City, we saw Jesus play well. The first few months at Arsenal, we saw a very enthusiastic Jesus. Like I said, I understand he was not the most little striker. That is done. But the other aspect of his game were fantastic, were top notch. He will score a fair share of goals. He will facilitate, he will assist. He will draw players away. He was combining Martinelli and Saka effectively and effortlessly. But all those attributes have just disappeared. All those attributes have disappeared. Even the fans are not demanding for Jesus to start because we are not seeing the performances anymore. So I understand those who are shouting, yeah, the project has actually evolved past Jesus and Zinchenko. That's a legitimate call, in my personal opinion. It's a legitimate call. But we know we can't get rid of them right now. And let's hope they can pick up some kind of form to help us this season. It's very imperative. No matter how much you don't like what they are doing, you just have to hope they can pick up some kind of form till the end of the season. Then we can actually make a proper appraisal whether there's still hope or we just have to get rid of them outrightly. No matter how you're criticism of Jesus and Zinchenko, they are part of the squad at the moment. Nobody before the season started was actually pushing for Jesus and Zinchenko to be sold. See, let's not analyze in hindsight, right? Show me one person who was sure that Jesus and Zinchenko were not even good enough to be part of the squad moving forward before the season started. Nobody. You can say we have to improve on them. I said that we brought in Calafiori, right? We have a Timber who can play left back ahead of Jesus. Ahead of Zinchenko. Calafiori can play left back ahead of Zinchenko. Timber can play a left back ahead of Zinchenko. But in terms of Jesus, we're not thinking it will be this bad, this poor thus far. Now things can change rapidly. Football can be very funny, but it's not looking great at the moment. So let me know what you think in the comment section regarding Jesus and Zinchenko. Do you think it's high time we just get rid of them totally? Or do you think they'll still do a decent job being part of the squad? I'm not saying starting, because like one more time, stop this unhealthy narrative. Think I can have even Real Madrid also have elite players across the whole squad. They are squad players for a reason, right? They're players that can start, players who are quality squad players. That's how all squads are composed around the world. Don't let anybody bamboozle you that you can have 23 elite players. It does not work like that. Like the video on your way out. Subscribe if you're new here, and make sure you turn on your notification bell. I'll see you guys in the next one. Keep supporting us now. Bye for now.